Now, the way we are wired as human beings, we are supposed to be able to stay awake and, be attentive to what's going on and work and be lucid to what is going on during the day or when we are active, and then be able to nicely fall asleep and really sleep and rest when it's time for doing that. Now that is what is like normally would be expected. However, we have cases where someone falls asleep almost anywhere and at any time. At any moment there is some quiet, or the person is not talking or is not engaged. They just fall asleep, and apparently that is not normal, and that condition is called narcolepsy. Hello everybody, and welcome to Naomi's All Inclusive World, where today I'll be looking at narcolepsy, a condition where someone does not have control over their sleep and just loses control of their body muscles and just their ability to have it together almost any time when this happens. Now, this condition can actually make it very difficult for someone to work or to concentrate, because that means if it's a student in class, they just can fall asleep anytime during a class, proceeding, during when they're doing a session, and so on. And therefore, that can actually make the student miss something. Or can you imagine if you fall asleep and you're in a lab? That can actually be dangerous. You can be risking your safety and even the safety of those around you, and so on. So narcolepsy can be a condition that can endanger or can actually put you in not a very safe situation should it happen. And if it's a grown up, it's equally also very concerning, because say you are an employee, you just can't fall asleep anytime. Sleep comes, like anytime you stop typing or you stop working on an Excel sheet, you fall asleep. It's like, really, because you can't continue just doing something express to avoid sleeping and so on. So yeah, this condition can actually stand in the way of someone progressing work-wise. It can actually make you unsafe because it messes your concentration. Now, some of the common causes of excessive daytime sleeping, which I'm sure we will relate with a lot, can be actually excessive eating. We have people who just never have enough down their throat. It's like if there's food, they just eat, at any time. So that can actually make your system slow down and, want to digest that, and that can make you almost want to sleep at any time, and so on. Another thing is actually deprivation of sufficient sleep. We have people who almost like want to go to bed when there's nothing else to do. When they have played all the games they can, when they have watched all the movies they can, and so on, and now the world is like gone quiet and so on. That's the time they're thinking, maybe let's go to sleep and so on. And then probably they have to be up and ready to work in like 3 hours, 4 hours and so on. So their system gets deprived of enough sleep, of enough rest, and that can eventually cause them to actually have this condition, this narcolepsy and so on. Another reason that, or another cause that can be responsible for someone having this condition will be also, sleeping too much during the day, whereby it's like every time you have a chance, you want to sleep and so on, so that then now when the night comes, you stay awake, you are not sleeping, you are not resting and having your body rest, so that then now when a new day starts, you actually want to sleep every time you are kind of idle or resting, because the body did not get enough sleep during the night and so on. So yeah, and apparently this condition is considered both a potential physical and emotional disability if not taken care of, because like I said earlier on, you endanger your safety and your life when you have this condition, and also those around you. Imagine if you have a babysitter in the house who has this condition. You go to work, you leave them with your baby in the house, and they happen to have narcolepsy. What will happen? That means they fall asleep anytime. they lose control of their bodies anytime. Imagine if they're carrying a baby, or imagine if they have to watch over this baby and then they fall asleep. This baby might wake up, crawl, you know, touch on something unsafe, you know, or walk out if the baby is at an age where they can walk out, open the door, walk out, or just go to a room they're not supposed to be, and so on. So it can actually endanger their life and also the life of those they are taking care of. That's how serious this condition can be. Because, like, again, I keep saying, what is a disability? A disability is a condition that now will stand in your way of you operating, you know, of you being able to do your job or other activities without needing help, and so on. Then that will mean that the condition you have is a disability. And imagine now if this particular one makes you not do what you are doing, then it actually qualifies it to be a disability. Remember, again, if the condition you have impairs your body structure from doing what it's supposed to be, you know, if it's your brain, from, you know, memory and so on, from vision, then that condition is a disability. And then also, if the condition you have limits movement, you know, or actually gives you a hard time walking and maneuvering around, then it is a disability. So when you look at those things that qualify a condition to be a disability, then narcolepsy qualifies to be one. Because if you have it, whether you're young or small, you just realize that it stands in your way of actually you being the best you could be in that area. You being the best babysitter or nanny, you being the best caregiver, you being the best student in class. Because when the rest of the students will be actually getting notes and asking questions and, you know, trying to learn and so on, you're here trying to fight the sleep back. You're here trying to, like, you know, stay alert and so on. And most of the time, like, you'll agree with me, sleep always wins, right? So, yeah. I thought I needed to mention that. So whether you're young or old, or rather elderly or aged and so on, just look at your lifestyle. Some of these things actually are the ones that stand in the way. Imagine if you're a student and you're always sleeping just for 3 hours because throughout the night you're actually watching films or you're playing games and so on. How do you expect to stay active during the day? That practice, should it continue on and on and on, and again, you are actually cultivating this condition eventually that is called narcolepsy. Okay, so I thought I needed to mention that. Thank you very much. Please share your view or the circumstance you've been in that you think someone probably sleeps too much, especially during the day, or if you are the one, and do you think you might be having this narcolepsy? And now that you know, hope you get to change a few things around yourself.